how lovely to be with you all again. My name's Selena Joy. I'm a psychic medium and I'm coming on today to do a general reading and also some live readings. Okay, so I'm just going to wait a little bit till I see some people coming on. Cheers, gin. That's water, really. Hi, okay, I can start seeing some people coming on. Hi, lovely to connect with you all. I think most of you are over in Australia. Good evening, Selena, because here it's actually morning time, the sun's up, so it's great. Okay, what I'm going to do first of all, hi Amanda. Hi. Okay, what I'm going to do first of all is I've just got some new cards which I have really enjoyed. So I'm just going to read you a positive affirmation. I've not even looked through them, so I hope I can read them. I just got them yesterday and I haven't had a chance to look. But what I'm going to do is just pull, while people are coming on, I'm just going to pull a positive affirmation card. Hello everybody that's coming on. And then I'm going to do a general reading, okay, which I'll tell you how I'm going to do in a moment. And just, as I said, I'm just waiting for some people to come on so I'm not repeating myself. And then I am going to offer some readings, okay? So first of all, while I'm waiting for you all, is it still hard to hear me? Okay, what I'm going to do is I'll just put my headphones on there because I think that helped last week. Ooh. Houston, can you hear me? Okay, can you hear me better now? I think that made it better last week. I hope everybody else can still hear me. Brilliant. Hi, Linda. Hi. Okay, so I hope you can hear you. I hope I can hear you. Okay, you'll have to be shouting. Okay, right. Oh, thank you. Yeah, the well, it's actually an Indian sort of print rather than a tapestry, but yeah, it is beautiful. Okay, first of all, what I'm going to choose is just a positive affirmation card for you all. I've been working with some clients that I felt have really needed these. So I find that they're really great if you get stuck into a negative place and you can't sort of change your way of thinking. It's really nice to have a positive affirmation, and then every time you feel this negativity or you feel you recognize, because a little bit of it is your self-awareness, so then you start to become aware that you are being negative, and you're stuck in this thought pattern. It's really nice to have a positive affirmation that you can remember. I'm going to do one a day on my Instagram and my Facebook page if you want to join me over there. So I'm just going to read one every day, and so throughout the day you can have it on your phone screen or on your screensaver, or written down, so instead of thinking negatively you can remember the positive affirmation. So if you want to join me on this little journey, please pop over and see me on either Instagram or Facebook. It's a 60-second or less video, but I'm experimenting with this journey to see after the month of daily affirmations whether it changes your way of thinking. Okay, so for today's positive affirmation, I turn every experience into an opportunity. So I turn every experience into an opportunity. Each problem has a solution. All experiences are an opportunity for me to bloom and grow. I am safe. Okay. So I hope that, write that down and think about it. And as I say, if you want to join me on a 30-day or whatever, I think it's an actual 2-month journey to change your thought pattern, please pop over to my my Facebook page or Instagram. Okay, today I'm going to do a general reading, so those that miss this live session can come back in and have a look. So I'm going to pull 7 cards. 7 cards, because I know last week a few people came in and were choosing cards number 10, but no, so I'm going to choose 7 cards. I'm going to use some tarots, and I'm going to use some oracle cards. So I'm going to mix them up a little bit this week, and then I'll offer you some mini readings, okay? Simply humming is excellent for lifting your mood and directing thoughts to happy ones. Yes, it is. I love humming. And I tell you what I love as well, Perla, is putting music on. The other day I felt sort of, I don't know, just a bit flat. So I stuck some music on that reminded me of, you know, when I was going out clubbing and dancing and the music was playing and it just feels so good. So that's my go-to. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is just lay some cards down, 7 cards. So have a moment to connect in to your spirit guides. Take a deep breath and perhaps place your hand on your heart. Music is the key. Yes. Thank you, Yville. Okay, place your hand on your heart and ask for a message through your spirit guide. Okay, so you're guided to the card with a message for you. And this message is relevant for you no matter when you see it. Okay, so if you're seeing this on the playback, there's no expiry date on this. Okay, so let's just... Okay. Right, for those, have you all made your choice? Give me some thumbs up if you've done your choice, made your choice, picked your card. Drum roll. Okay, right, if you've chosen card number 8, this is the 8 of Pentacles. So I feel this card, you know what, the energy this week is so much higher than last week. So I feel everybody as a group has taken a step up. You know, last week there was quite a lot of negativity around, or there was quite low energy, I should call it. But this week, everything, the cards are a lot positive. The energy feels, you know, really quite exciting this week. I actually had to come and ground myself before I came on because I was sort of too upbeat and excited. Okay, first of all, this is card number 1 is the 8 of Pentacles. Now, this is all about perhaps taking your knowledge to the next level. So this may mean that you have to learn a little bit more and explore a little bit deeper into some tools that will help you. Now, this can be whether you're at home, you know, it can be in your home life or your work life. So it's saying you can get that promotion, or you can get to that higher step if you start using some tools that are that are available to you. So that may even mean some mental tools. If you're going through a sluggish, hard place, there are tools available for you to study, like these affirmations and things like that. You know, so there are things that will help you and be to your benefit for rising up and stepping up, either with your energy, your work, or your home life. So this is sort of no, sorry, Lorraine, this is card number 1, but it's the 8 of Pentacles. But you're right, I'm only doing 7 cards. Okay, sorry to confuse people. So this is sort of saying it is a time where you can learn new things. So if you feel... I feel this card's also about going a little bit deeper inside yourself, because I feel, you know, she's looking at this candle here, and I feel that's looking at inspiration. I feel that's looking at the light that shines inside of you to explore your spirituality a little bit deeper, so you learn more about your energy, you learn perhaps energy healing, and you certainly start learning, you know, how to manifest your energy and how to start manifesting things controlled with your energy. Okay, so yeah, so that gives you some things to think over if you chose card number 1. Card number 2 is actually very similar. So this is Alice. I love Alice, and she's got the white glove there. So that just makes me think of Michael Jackson there. So this card in number 2 is Curiouser and Curiouser. So this is all about discovery, inquiry, weirdness, and curiosity. So what I feel that this card is saying to you, for those that have chosen it is time to explore a little bit further. And I also feel that this is saying you are very unique. So explore your weirdness or what makes you different. You know, and again, it's because I'm drawn to this white glove. You know, you think, look what Michael Jackson did. He just excelled. He was different, quirky, but extremely talented. And once he sort of stepped into that way, unfortunately, he never really accepted himself. But when he went into discovering deeper and deeper all his talents, and he wasn't frightened to step out and do something like the Thriller video and all these new different things, he became such an success. So I feel that this is saying, you know, discover what hidden talents you've got, discover what's in you. And, you know, and even work on your quirkiness. You know, if it's what makes you different, then perhaps you've been made different for a reason, and that will actually be your stepping point or what sets you out as different among others. And I feel that this is even within the business. It's sort of like stand up and own yourself, own your energy, because yes, you are different, but it makes you step out, or it sets you out from the crowd. Okay, right, so card number 3 I feel has 2 meanings this week. This is the soulmate card, and I'm sure this came up last week. So it is the soulmate card. It is also, I feel, saying that your relationship you're in, if you're in a relationship, is now going to the next level. There has been more there's been more time perhaps spent together. There's definitely been more understanding, compassion, getting to know one another. And it just feels like you're both, although different, you're definitely coming together and being able to merge your different energies together to unite and make one strong couple. So if you are in a couple, hi Linda, I'm glad you've come on here. I think it's clearer on this platform than the other. So if you even, this is your card actually, Linda, because I think you chose number card. So if you are in a couple, this says that the relationship has the potential to go to the next level. There will be commitment, and there will be this joining, a union of sort of the two coming together to make one. So it is very much a soulmate card. If you're single, this has another reason, and I feel that this is sort of coming over about getting to know your other side, which reads in a little bit to the quirky card here. It's sort of saying, you know, you're getting to know both sides of yourself. You know, we're all multi-dimensioned. We all have all these different personalities that we use. But this card is saying you're getting to know your other half. And instead of being out of sync with this other half, you're bringing yourself together. So you stand strong. So you actually, I also feel like saying, even though this is the soulmate card, you know, find your soul before you find your soulmate. So this is, I feel, you coming together as one person, as one whole person, and you don't have to look for another person to make you feel whole. That doesn't mean to say you're not going to get another person coming into your life, but this just means that you know, you're doing some perhaps healing and self-acceptance, forgiveness, and also I feel like it's going with the flow a little bit more, because it just feels like, you know, you're letting go of the control, or perhaps the tension that's been around. Perhaps you've been wanting so much to be part of a couple, or you've been wanting and looking for something, and this is sort of saying as well, the answers are within you. You'll feel that wholeness and happiness with yourself, but as I say, it doesn't stop the fact that somebody will come in. Okay, right, let me just get on to card number 4. Okay, card number 4. It's so hot in here and I can't open the windows because it's so noisy. I need a fan. Okay, this is card number 4. This is all about, Yes, no, I think you're card number 3, Linda. So yeah, you'll have to pop back and check. But if not, pick another card. Hey, they may all be for you. But yeah, watch the replay. Okay, so this is card number 4. For those of you who have chosen card number 4, this is about a moment's regret, nostalgia, idealistically from the past, and fearing you've made a mistake. So I think the key on this card is saying it's a moment of regret, and that's all it should be. So if you've been giving yourself, maybe you've had too much time to think over this lockdown, where you've been a bit separated from people, and you've been going over your life and thinking, oh, if only I'd done that, and I shouldn't have done that, and oh God, if I hadn't have said that, but it says that it's a moment of regret. So it's okay to have a thought like that. It's okay to think, oh, I could have handled that better. We all, in hindsight, we all think that, it would have been, I know with my life, I think, oh, if I had handled that situation better, perhaps, we'd have, things would have worked out differently. However, with youth, with just being the way things are, you do make mistakes, but they're not really mistakes. They're just experiences to learn lessons from. And so I feel that this is sort of saying, don't give yourself a hard time, be easy on yourself, and make sure that it's just a moment of regret. And you think, okay, well, I did that wrong. Don't. But then think about how you can learn from that experience, how perhaps you can make it up if you need to. Maybe that's if you're really full of regret, maybe you can write a letter, even if it's to yourself, or an entry into your journal to say, I'm really sorry for what I did. I was stupid back then. Forgive me. Or whatever it is that you feel you had a regret for, if that makes sense. But then just let it go, and you don't even have to send the person that message. You can just write it to yourself, okay? Also, this is, I feel, saying that, things happen in the past, but don't live in the past. Have a think perhaps about if there's any past lessons or past experiences that are showing up, or you're thinking about, because they can actually help you on something that's coming up in your life right now. But if not, focus on the future, and if you have made a mistake, because this is all about fearing you've made a mistake, if you really do feel like you've made a mistake, then do something about it. This is, if you really feel you've made a mistake, write down what you think you've done wrong, write down the justification for those feelings, or maybe even take a bit of time out to not meditate about it, but just pause, cut away the distractions, and listen to your gut feelings, and think and feel in to why you feel you've made this mistake. And then with that, you can, either apologize for it, or forget about it and move on with it. Sometimes, sometimes we just have to live with these sort of mistakes that we make. But I hope that makes sense. Now this is card number 5. Card number 5, this is the 3 of Cups. The 3 of Cups is all about friendships and people and contact. And I know for a lot of people that's really hard right now. It depends what stage you're in with self-isolation, and it depends what stage you're in with your lockdown. Where I live now, I was really lucky. We were locked down for 3 months, I think. I forget how long, because I stopped counting the days. And I actually saw my 2 best mates on Monday, only for an hour, but it was so good. It was so good. So I feel that this is sort of saying, reach out to your friends, even if you can't actually go and see them. Let them know that you're thinking about them, that you miss them, that you miss their friendship. And if you are on your own, if you're on your own in this self-isolation or struggling, this is about reaching out to people. Don't feel you have to put a brave face on all this shit that we're going through. Don't feel you have to do that. This is about just reaching out and saying hi to friends, or perhaps family, whoever it is, and you know, just saying to people that you want to chat to them, get problems off your chest if you've got problems, and if not, just have a laugh. You know, if you can, it's an ideal, you know, sort of card to get together and socialize. But as I say, you know, in this right now, that's really difficult to do. But it is saying, you know, have a Zoom meeting, or what is the app, the house party, or whatever it is, to get together with your friends. So don't spend too much time on your own, because this the bad side, of the negative side of self-isolation and these lockdown, is that you can sometimes really withdraw, and then it makes it so hard to make contact with people again. I know with myself on Monday I felt a bit nervous or a bit anxious about going out and seeing my friends. They've been my friends for, I don't know, 20 years, and I was like, oh, I'm going to see people. They're not going to be on a little screen. So make sure if you're feeling that, you reach out to people, you pick up the phone, or you arrange to meet some friends. Even if you're still social distancing with your mask on, at least you're doing that, having human connection. Okay, so let's just see the next card, where we're at card number 6. Oh, I like this card. Especially coming up to the weekend. This is do not drink poison. Do not drink poison. Do not do things that you know are bad for you. I mean, how difficult is that? As I say, especially coming up for the weekend when everybody wants to have a little drink or celebration. And that is the key word, I think, little instead of going. Yay, I chose card number 6. Okay, but this is for you. So this is all about doing things that are good for you. You know, so it's keeping away from what you already know is bad for you. You know, so it may mean that excuse me, I've got terrible, that's better. So it may mean that this people can be bad for you. You know, you may have someone in your life that isn't good for you. You know that they're not rising your vibration. You know there's a vibe behind them, perhaps a jealousy. I'm picking up on the green, maybe there's a bit of jealousy there, so they perhaps tried to knock you down a little bit, or maybe they just don't want you to rise. So I feel this is don't do things that you know are bad for you. So keep away from certain social media posts. I know a lot of people get so sick of seeing certain images on social media that it makes them feel bad about themselves. You know, whether it's the bikini clad girl, or the strong man, or the happy family sitting celebrating with fabulous food. That's what does me. You know, you see everybody with all these beautiful meals they've cooked and fresh bread, and I think, oh God, I had an omelette. So whatever it is that doesn't make you feel good, don't do it. You know, so put your boundaries up, clear people out of your life if you can, or if not, just learn to stay away from them a little bit, especially if you're not feeling so good. And with your health, you know, make sure you're trying to do things that are good for your health. So it doesn't mean you have to go all organic and only eat pure food and vegan or whatever you consider being really good for you. This is sort of saying, I feel, have that balance. So if you do overindulge at the weekend, then the rest of the week be really good. You know, so it's just doing these sort of things that are good for you. And if you really know, if there's something you're doing that you really know is bad for you, then stop it. You know, just stop it. If you can do it, you know, when you start having that thought in your head that something you're doing is bad for you, then it's time for you to recognize and pay attention to that thought, or whisper, don't do that, don't eat that, you're allergic to it. You know, I know I do it with ice cream. I'm lactose intolerant or something, and it's like, don't eat it, don't eat it. And I'll eat it, and then I really regret it and pay for it. So I feel that this is sort of the whisper saying, don't do what you know is wrong, because then if not, your body will start screaming, you did it wrong. So take that in whatever way you like, but yes, you know, just don't do things that are bad for you. Okay, and this is the last card. This is card number 7, and then after it I will be coming to do some general readings. Okay, so card number 7. I love this card, the Six of Wands. So this is all about celebrating yourself. You know, I feel this is about coming out in whatever way and celebrating yourself and think, yeah, I did it. No matter what it is you've done, whether it's just actually getting out of bed and getting out your pajamas, or whether it is doing something, really achieving something that is fantastic for you. Doesn't matter what it is, but be proud about it. Give yourself, you know, we're all hard on ourselves. We all give ourselves so much shit about things that we do, you know. So this is saying, don't. Celebrate yourself. Celebrate the fact that you got up, that you got showered, that you got dressed, that you looked after your kids, or that you drove out down the road okay. Whatever it is that you have accomplished, this is saying, you know, revel in it and celebrate yourself. And because what will happen is you've got to even up those negative, oh, you can't do anything. Oh, you, what sort of a mum are you? What sort of cook are you? What sort of girlfriend? What sort of wife? Sorry, I'm using all the feminine things. It's the same for the guys. But you know what? You're doing all this stuff, but then you've got to have the opposite to sort of say, yeah, I did it, and I did it. And then if you can focus more on your successes instead of the negative voice that's around, then you can really start stepping your energy up. And I feel that the more you celebrate your success, then the more that comes into you, you know. And also, again, it's sort of going back to, I think it was card number 1 or 2, it's like saying, yeah, I did it. Owning your energy and saying to everybody, yeah, I am this way, I can do this, this is what I do, and I'm really proud of myself. Then you'll either start attracting people that need your services, or that want to be around you, or that will just keep raising your vibration. But by being you and and celebrating yourself, it's just such a positive step forward. Okay. Deep breath. I seem to be all over excited today, so I think I'm going a bit fast. But that's how I get sometimes when I connect with spirit, and I get this really high energy. Okay, I'm going to start doing some readings. So remember, we're on a public forum, so please don't ask too many private questions. And if you want an in-depth reading, please pop over to my website, which is, there's a link at the top, selenajoyloveit.com. Pop on and we can book you in for a private reading. And I was going to say something else, but it's completely gone. Private reading. Oh, and if you like my stuff, please leave a review either on my Facebook page or on this Facebook page, just so people know that, you know, this is good stuff and you want to watch it. Okay, first of all, let me see. I've got Linda. Right, Linda, I need guidance on a professional challenge that's coming up. Okay, so this is for Linda. And let's see what Spirit's guidance is for this professional challenge. Okay, I feel for you, Linda, that I feel like saying, don't look at the problems, focus on the solutions and the good things, if that would make sense, okay? Because the cards I have around it are actually very positive. However, I feel you are perhaps making it harder for yourself, if that would make sense to you. Okay, so what I feel that comes in is that maybe you should delegate, listen to others. You know, you may need, well, maybe that's me you're listening to, but you can listen to others and you can delegate, and don't feel like you're alone and have to take the whole thing on your shoulders. Okay, I do have that you will have success in this situation. But I also feel with this circle coming in that perhaps you have to look at the whole situation and not look at the problems, if that would make sense to you. Just feel that you've got to look at let it circle more instead, because at the moment it just feels you're looking at certain points and they're not all they're not meeting up. So this is sort of saying, yes, there may be challenges, but you will be able to manage them and they will actually flow. So I do feel with communication is a big key, and opening up and reaching out. You know, again, this comes in, I feel that a lot of your solutions are around you. So I hope this makes sense to you, Linda. I then have it's coming in as that it's a good financial step forward. And it's also building up a firm future with this professional challenge. It just feels like it is actually building something up that's going to be long term. But I have, by overcoming these challenges, I feel like saying trust in yourself and who you are, what you've learnt, and for what your value. You've got so much self-worth that I think you don't recognize, because this is saying you're going to nail it. You've got the strength, you've got the knowledge, you've got the instinct and intuition. And sometimes I think this is something that you may should follow more. So your instinct and intuition get gets squashed when you think too much about it, when you take on perhaps the burdens all on your own. So this sort of feeling that you make yourself stuck, however you've got the solutions inside. So I would feel if you feel really heavy about things, maybe it's just writing down what the challenges are coming up, and then think, okay, challenge number 1, pretty unjustified, it's not going to be a challenge, I can cope with that. Challenge number 2, I can do that, or if not, I can get such and such a person in to help. So I feel that there's a really strong way that you can get through this. A lot of it is trusting in the person that you are, okay? Because there's a lot more about you. Even though sometimes you come over as a strong person, it's like inside you're not quite there on believing that, okay? So it's like trusting yourself and you'll get it done. So I hope that makes sense to you, Linda. Please give us a few hearts and kisses if it did. And also, as I say, anybody that has a little reading on here, it'd be lovely to get a review either on my page or here. So thank you very much. Okay, I'm going to spin the comments because I'm not sure. I know there's a lot of people. Okay, Perla Aura. Okay, are you still on? Because I know a lot of people have left. So if you just give me some thumbs up or something to let me know you're there, Perla. What I'm going to do, an energy reading. Are you still there, Perla? Yeah, okay, right. I'm just going to do Perla. Just a little message from Spirit, see how you're doing, where your energy is. Okay, Perla, what I do feel is perhaps you are a little bit run down right now. I feel that perhaps you have been going through a really difficult time and this has drained your energy. However, I feel that it's almost like the energy changes like that. So it feels like, okay, the energy has been difficult, the energy has been wearing, but a lot of that has been mental rather than physical, I feel. So I feel like people are, or you have been draining your own thought energy, if that would make sense. And what I have coming in is the Empire. I feel he is sort of saying to you, it's now time to put some boundaries in your life. So the energy that you have is kept for you. I know that's difficult when you've got family, friends, work, blah, 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 blah. But this is saying, put yourself first, look after yourself. And this will bring a lot more stability in. Clean some of the things out from your past, perhaps. I feel that comes back into one of the cards that has already come up. It just feels like, come to peace with any regret, any thoughts of mistakes, any thoughts of things that have happened in your past. So I just feel it's really time to make peace with things that have happened. That might mean writing a letter to those involved or to yourself and forgiving that. And it just sort of feels like that clears you up and lets a lot of these cords that perhaps are pulling you. I nearly pulled everything down with this wire. But so I hope that makes sense to you, because I feel that when you do that, there's a load of new energy coming in. I actually get the Judgment card, which I feel is all about actually really exciting you, having perhaps this, using all that you've learned as a very spiritual, enhancing experience, but it rejuvenates you, renews you, and makes you feel really good. So there's a lot of strength once you implement these sort of cleansing and border and even organization of your time and energy. So I hope that made sense to you, Perla. Let me see where you are. Okay, Perla, very true. Thank you. Okay. Right, if I know that if people keep leaving, so what I'm scaring people away. So what I would like to say, if you want to read in, keep commenting, because on my screen I can't see the old top comments, and then if I do scroll back, I don't know whether the person's online. So I'm just going to come to Amanda Stevens just to say, are there any positive changes in store for you? And yes, there are. I feel that straight away, Amanda, when I come to you. A lot of yes. Right, a lot of it is saying your wishes are now in reach, but it is important for you to keep your wishes very focused, very so you know what you want, you wish on it, you focus on it, you ask, believe, and get ready to receive. Okay, so I do feel that this card, which came in the beginning as well, the Eight of Pentacles, is about learning some tools to how you can start changing your thoughts and changing your future, because excuse me, a lot of the power is in with you and your thoughts. So I do feel there are really good things coming into you, the positive changes, but there will be more inside your mind, and that will make your energy feel better. It's also time to start treating yourself better. So I really do feel this sort of self-hug. You've got a lot to let go of, and I know that's been really difficult. I can feel all these challenges that you have been through, but you are getting to the end of these challenges, and in that you need to take care of yourself. That I feel is invested in time, effort, and money into yourself. It may mean going for a Reiki healing, or come and see me for an energy healing, you know, but it's doing some healing. It's doing something that makes you feel good, or buying yourself a lovely smelly pot of cream to put on your body when you get out the shower, getting some essential oils, you know, using something that uplifts your energy and spoils you and treats you, because that will help raise the energy and clean away these sort of negative things that have been around you for a long time. So yes, there are lots of positive changes in store for you, lots of new opportunities coming in, but the main sort of feeling I get is that you have to really look at the future where the golden egg is, instead of looking behind. There's a lot of opportunities coming in. Okay, so make sure you've got your eyes in front of you and you expect the good, instead of looking behind and still being attached with those negative feelings that are associated with the past. Okay, Amanda, I know that's a difficult thing, but that's what's coming in. And I also have this card, because I just feel like pulling you a positive affirmation card, and this, you know, to get in charge of your thoughts as well, is to come and watch me every day on Facebook or Instagram, and I'll just do it's really quick. It's 30 seconds, 60 seconds, a video of positive affirmations, because that will give you the tools to sort of keep changing your mind. This comes in for you, Amanda. It's I forgive myself. So you cut yourself free from regrets, from things that are around that aren't your fault. So as I forgive myself, I leave behind all feelings of not being good enough, and I am free to love myself, which comes back to this card as well. It's time to love yourself. Okay. Okay, I'm going to move on. I hope you could take that, and I hope that helps you, Amanda. Okay, I'm right down at oh, thank God. Okay, Amanda, I'm glad that helps. Blessings. Thank you, Selena. Okay, hi. Okay, please keep commenting as I'm just going down, and I know I've missed, I wanted to speak to Diane. I'm sure her name was Diane because I missed you last week. Let me see where you are. Oh, I'm lost. Okay. Andrea, should I stay or should I move? Okay, I'm just going to answer this one really quickly. Should I stay or should I go now? Okay. Should you stay? And if you to go. I get the feeling you'll be happier if you leave. However, to do so, you know that song kind of in my mind, I feel for a reason. Should I stay or should I go now? If I go, there will be trouble. If I stay, there will be. Right, so I'm sorry, I'm just trying to remember the lyrics, see if there was a message in there for you. But what I feel is if you stay, it's almost like it's because it's to move, it's out of comfort zone and you're very blocked on the decision. I do feel that moving would be better for you. I do feel you would be happier. However, I feel a lot of that is before you do so, I feel you have to do some work within yourself to heal yourself, to ground yourself, to really know within you what you want. Okay, because when you move, it will be difficult. It's not going to have the it's not going to be the solution to all your problems, because sometimes the problems are within us, if that makes sense to you, Andrea. So I do feel that there are some solutions without whether you stay or go. It's having a little bit of a look in. Will you be happier if you leave? Yes, you will be if you make the if you will be happier if you have where your anxiety perhaps comes from, and having a good truthful look at yourself too. And it will perhaps be painful or a little bit difficult, and it may cause some problems, but if you cause some arguments maybe, but if you again stand up for what you really want and make certain plans, make solid plans, and start to know who you are, so you know what you want, then I do feel you will be happier. You'll find a time where there's a lot more emotional balance, and that comes from you rather than someone else. But when you do have that emotional balance, you do have the Lover's card coming in, bringing in romance. Okay, so I hope that answers you, Andrea. Sorry, I've just looked. Melissa Summers, I hope you're still on. I'm gonna have to so hot here today. Okay, Melissa, are you able to sense anything for you? Okay, I'm just going to, in fact, Melissa, I'm just going to pick one card for you because I know I'm running out of time and I want to see if I can get to. So for those left on, I'm just going to pull a card, one card. I always say that and end up going into a reading. But Melissa, just a quick look at something for you. Okay, Melissa, set your course, know where you want to go or where you wish to go, and have a plan. And this comes up, you know, if you don't have a dream, how you're going to make a dream come true. And this is how I really feel with this card coming in. So I feel that it's time for you to sit down. It's a little bit similar to what I said to Andrea, who's funny, her energy coming in at this, your comments are coming in together. But it's a little bit about sort of getting to know who you are, so you know what you want, you know. And unless you have a little bit of focus about what you actually want to bring into your life or how you want to feel, then you can't start manifesting your future or making, you know, solid steps. Okay, so I hope that makes sense to you. So I do feel it is sort of having a bit of time, setting a bit of a plan, putting out a vision board perhaps, and you know, then you will be heading off in the right direction. I hope that makes sense and gives you a bit of insight, Melissa. Okay, right, I'm going to go down. So if anybody is still on, please, I'm going to go right down to the end comment. What deck of cards? What deck of cards are these? These are the Nautical 78, the Light Seers Tarots, and these are Alice in Wonderland. Aren't they lovely? Oracle cards. They're beautiful, aren't they, Jennifer? Oops. Okay. Diane Cracknell. Okay. I lost you. Right, what was your question, Diane? Because the comments I've lost, so I'm going to scroll right down to the bottom of the comments. And Diane, can you please put your question up and I shall come. I know, Diane, it's because my screen kept moving, so I'm sorry. I moved to the next person. So please, Diane, could you put your comment up, because I did want to come to you. Okay, what was your question, Diane? Diane, what was your question? Love and happiness. Let me see what comes in for love and happiness for Diane. There is a lot of love and happiness around. You know, what I have coming in is there will very shortly, I feel that there's quite a lot of choices, or there's quite a lot of things that you've got options. You've got options. So I do feel there's romance coming into your life. I do feel that perhaps is via, is it perhaps, you know, WhatsApp or emails or, you know, online communication rather than face to face right now, because this, I'm sure there's a letter in here. So I feel that that's an email or a message coming in for you. So I do feel you will have someone coming into your life. I do feel that I feel there's a water sign around you, but it may just be somebody with their sort of attributes. You know, water signs tend to be quite loving and dreamy and gentle and artistic. You know, they've got that gentle feeling around themselves, and it's a relationship that if you focus on will grow, and there can be the chance that there's happy announcements, and it can go lead on to a long-term meaningful relationship. So I do feel that's about love coming in. Okay, so I hope that makes sense to you, Diane. Okay, I've got okay, Holly Hogan, sorry. Sorry, I'm terrible with names. Okay, I've got about 10 minutes left. So is anybody sort of want a read and stick your names down? New again in the comments, because as I say, I can't scroll back. I'm on an iPad thing and it's I lose some of the comments. So I am doing Holly Hogan. I would love a read. Now everything has changed and nothing is easy right now. Let me just see what comes in for you, Holly. I do feel a lot of stagnant energy around you. So let me just see what comes in for Holly. Okay, you know, things have changed. They have changed. I get that. But what I also feel is that, you know, it feels like your life has been very disruptive. It's sort of perhaps just wiped out a lot of things that you were believed in. You know, it just feels like there's a lot of even disbelief right now that things have happened. It's like, I feel it's been quite dramatic. So what I am, yeah, nothing's not easy right now, but it will get easier. And I feel one of the biggest things is properly. You know, that may mean things like just drinking water, sleeping. If you're not sleeping, self-hypnosis or... Right, sorry, I think the internet went down for a moment. So I hope you can still hear me. Holly, give me a few likes if the connection's back on. But so I do have, taking care of your energy is essential right now. So that means, oh, Holly, the connection keeps going, so I hope you're there. So long, Holly, I hope you're still there. I'm so sorry, the internet, something keeps happening. I hope you can hear me. Please give me a thumbs up. If not, I see dramatic changes right now. It's really important that you look after yourself. That means eating, drinking, sleeping. Not be, if you're not able to, make sure you're listening to. So make sure that you're looking after yourself. Do some self-help hypnosis, listening to some sleep meditations, anything that you can do to help your sleeping. Make sure you're eating and drinking. Right, Holly. So you will go through this sadness. So even though you've got a lot of heavy emotions right now, go through them, cry the tears you need to cry, talk to other people. And I do feel you will get over the system. It's come back. Okay, Holly, I'm so sorry. So you will, with journaling, with talking to other people, with feeling your tears, you know, do let them flow. So it is a time, sorry, it keeps crashing. It is a time that you will have to look after your energy, try to get on top of the sad. I do feel there will be a time where there may be some arguments around you. To do that, you have to be in a strong position to have your, I feel like saying, your wits about you, to put your boundaries in place. And then it will take a bit of time, but you will have this love coming into your life when there's a lot more happiness and hope and love within the home life. Okay, but I do feel to get this happiness and balance in your life, you have to be, and I'm not saying right now because I know you have to purge yourself a lot of the sadness that's around, you know, the hurt, but then you do have to stand strong in your energy and have your boundaries up. Can be in control of any quarrels or arguments or chaotic energy. You put the rules down and you put your boundaries in, and then give it some time. This is the Hangman. It does mean it's just gonna, you'll have good days and bad days, swinging back and forth, but you will step into this energy where you feel so much more better. So things, even though they're not easy right now, focus on these cards of the future that do bring in. They bring in happiness and a lot more home, just joy and comfort. Okay, so I do feel that even though it is hard right now, improve. You just got to give it a little bit of time, and I feel that time is also so you give yourself time to heal. You know, you've been through a difficult time, so you need to cry those tears and give yourself some love. Okay, thank you everybody for being on. I'm just trying to, I'm sorry, I know there's quite a few people that will comment, but as it keeps cutting out on me, I'm going to finish a couple of minutes early. For people who want readings as well, I am on Facebook for Selena Joy Lovett, and on Instagram Selena Joy Lovett or Selena Joy Psychic Medium. I will be doing like a 20-day or a 30-day challenge with positive affirmations. If you do want a more in-depth reading where there won't be these interruptions, please pop over to my website and book one. If not, I shall be coming back next week at the same time, and I know, and it's been interrupted so many times. I'm really Yeah, I'm sorry, just reading all your comments. I'm sorry about the everyone's saying about the interruption. So I hope you've all had a nice time, and I'm really sorry I've been interrupted. Holly, thank you. Spot on. I just broke up with the father of my children. It's very hard at the moment. It will all come back. You know, there may be some arguments, as I say, you know, but be strong enough for them. You will be. And then look at this. This is all happiness within the home. So things will be okay. They really will. Okay, thank you all so much for watching. Many blessings, and see you same time next week. If you want to read in, just pop on my website. Okay, bye.